One of the things that Julie and I developed were different strategies, different techniques that you could use on a daily basis to just help with the normal run-of-the-mill stressors that you may come across. Now, one of the techniques that she's used with her clients and that I like very much is something called the worry tree. So say that you're like, oh my God, I've studied the wrong material for the test tomorrow, or oh gee, there's a computer virus going around. What if it gets into my computer? Or if you have a job and there's some problem with an order and you think, oh my God, what if the boss blames me? So, and then there's also the run-of-the-mill things. What if a hurricane strikes? What if there's a flood? How is the election going to affect me? What if my parents lose their jobs? All of these things. So the first thing, if you start feeling this sort of stress, is to identify a specific worry. All right, so say you're afraid that you've lost your phone. You just can't seem to recall where you put it. And so you say, okay, what am I worrying about? Then you ask, can I do something about it? Well, yes, you can. You might have a find your phone feature. You can retrace your steps. And then if it seems hopeless, you know that you can notify your carrier and let them know that your phone is missing. And then, okay, you've taken that step. What next? Well, then you might have to get a replacement phone. How are you going to afford that? Again, you identify every step. You take the steps. You do it now. You deal with it immediately. And then you let the worry go, and you go on with the rest of your life. Say that it's something that you can't do anything about. You know, you've lost your phone, but you've just gotten on you've got to go to work. You have a busy shift. Well, then you just put it aside. You focus on what you need to do. But that whole question of what can I do about it? Is there anything I could do about it? If that's possible, I mean, just to divide it, that fork in the road, it takes such a burden off your what are you going to get your mother for her birthday? What are you going to do about your roommate who's been driving you nuts? Again, what can you do about it? Identify the steps, take the steps. Once you take them, let it go. If there's nothing you can do about it, if there's nothing you can do about the weather forecast and whether or not the game's going to be rained out, if there's nothing you can do about whether or not someone's going to pick you up on time, if you've left the messages, you've asked them to do that, then you just move on and you get on with the business of your life. It really can make your life easier on a minute-by-minute basis. Now, another source of stress is communication, and often it's very hard to communicate negative feelings. This is true if you're talking to a roommate, you're talking to a friend, you're talking to a parent. And there's something that Julia uses with her clients called the Xyz Techniques. And it's pretty simple. You say, identify what you felt. I felt hurt, frustrated, angry, disappointed when you did Y. It's not you are a jerk, you were awful. You say when you didn't follow through, when you made a joke of it, when you didn't show up, and then you identify the situation very specifically. I felt hurt when you didn't come to my defense when so-and-so criticized me at the party yesterday. And it makes it very specific. It's not an attack, it's a statement. It gives you a chance to express and find your voice. And it gives the other person a chance to focus not on, oh my goodness, now and get all defensive, but to say, oh my goodness, I did that. I didn't mean to do that. I have an explanation. So again, it's a simple technique. It's something that you can incorporate into what you do every day, and it will help just get you through the acute moments in stress.